Coastal Current, presented by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coastal Current. Now, spring is officially here, and we can feel it, right? You're really starting to feel that shift, the longer days, which I can appreciate.
Yes,
I think it should stay this way. The warmer weather, and of course, more reasons to just get outside and explore. We've had some cooler temperatures, little spurts of rain, which we could use a lot more of, so let's do the rain dance. But in the meantime, we do have a great show lined up for you today. We're talking coastal activities that you can enjoy right now, exciting local developments, and what's happening in entertainment, plus, of course, what's trending across the world and in sports. March is a big month for sports, so let's get right into it.
Yes, with spring settling in, this is one of the best times of the year to take advantage of everything our coastline has to offer. Whether it's kayaking along the bay, taking peaceful walks on the beach, or checking out local trails, there are so many ways to enjoy the outdoors right now here in Corpus Christi. It's also a great time to slow down, get outside, and really appreciate the natural beauty that makes the Coastal Bend so special.
That's right. Now, during spring break, which was a hectic season here, did you get to make it out to the beach?
I did not. It's still a little chilly for me to be out in the beach, but well, I mean, I didn't get in the water, but I did walk along the beach. We like to take the kids out there on the weekend. Canelo, my puppy, my 10-month-old puppy, it was his first time going to the beach, and the coyotes were out.
No way.
It was a little scary.
Did they like come out? Were they looking?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
There
I
were
would
like
be terrified.
3. Yeah, so yeah, we did make it out to the beach, but not in the water.
Okay.
Just out there walking around, and yeah, once we saw those coyotes, my puppy's like very tiny.
He's like 5 pounds. Yeah, the tiniest little dog. I would
really
immediately
scary.
put him away.
Yeah, so there was like 3 coyotes out there just looking for food. So as soon as we saw those coyotes, we were like, nope, nope.
In my entire life, I don't think I've ever seen a coyote on the beach ever. But keep that in mind if you have your small little pets with you when you do visit the beach. But we did make it out a couple of times during week 1 and week 2. You know, there's like the high school and the college week of spring break, and it is so cold. I swear, even since I was in high school, there's always one rainy day, and it's usually the day that everybody wants to go out there. And oh my gosh, like you go out and you're like in town, it feels so warm and sunny, and then you get out there and you're like, I'm not taking off this cover up. And the water too is beautiful but freezing. My daughter, I don't know what it is about kids that they don't have like that temperature
they don't
filter.
care.
She was in there like trembling and just like, Mommy, come in, it's so fun. I was like, girl, no thank you, I'm good.
My 9-year-old is the same way. We went to San Antonio for our spring break, and the resort that we stayed at they just opened a 2-acre lagoon, and it was freezing cold, but my son did not care. He was out there. He even got a tan. So it was a chilly like for 2 days, but he did not care. He was out there.
I guess they get acclimated, but don't do that in the shower because then you'll never hear the end of it.
But then he has the mocos after, like the runny nose, the cough, and it's like, I told you so. And
yeah, that post-spring break cold with all the allergens and the air and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, we hope you guys had a fun and safe spring break here in the Coastal Bend. It has been very beautiful. We had some cooler temperatures recently, which I'm not mad about. I get to bust out those coats just a couple more times before we have to pack them up for the spring and summer, but there are a lot of great reasons to get out and enjoy these beautiful temperatures here in the Coastal Bend. So let's take a look at some fantastic events happening in the coming weeks.
Howdy, y'all. Spring is in full effect, which means this is the perfect weather to get outside of your house and into some fun. Let's start with the first annual Corpus Christi Crawfish Fest and Saltwater Angler Boat Show. That's going to be over at Perry Place Park, and it's 2 full days of food, music, and boats. So here's what you can expect, okay? Obviously, a really great boat show showing off some of the best and top local dealers. There's going to be an all-you-can-eat crawfish cook-off and sampling experience that is on Saturday only from 12 to 6, or of course until they run out. There's live entertainment, music all weekend long, shopping, crafts, home decor, and so much more, plus food trucks and culinary vendors. So if you're not into crawfish, there will be plenty more to eat. Plus you get to witness the Redfish Tournament weigh-in. Parking is free, admission is free. The only thing you're going to pay for is the crawfish and live entertainment tent. This is March 20th from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and March 21st from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. as well. Friday, March 27th at 4 p.m., join Islanders Athletics and Islanders Softball as they honor the local hometown heroes. Free admission for all first responders, military veterans, and retired military. Chalk us up, baby! Nueces Brewing is hosting their annual Pickle Fest on March 28th at 11 a.m., so let's see if you can deal with it. It's the yearly release of some of their special pickle-inspired flavors, plus they'll have competitions, pickled everything you can think of, and it's just a good time with great company. March 28th at 12 p.m., it's the Texas Jazz Festival annual Food Truck Festival, which is going to display a diverse lineup of local and regional food trucks, everything from gourmet street food to sweet treats, plus, of course, live music, family-friendly activities, and vibrant outdoor atmospheres while you get to sample those bold flavors and, of course, support small businesses. Also on Saturday, March 28th at 5 p.m., this one goes out to my veterans who are looking for some fellowship, some people to confide in. If you head over to the Crossroads Coffee House at 5 p.m., this is where you'll be able to create those connections and find ways to navigate through whatever it is that you want to share. Don't forget, First Friday is right around the corner, and you can start with the littles at the Art Center for First Friday Kids. At 4 p.m., the fun starts in the courtyard. There's an opening reception at 5. This is where they'll celebrate their new exhibitions. There's going to be free family activities for the littles. That includes an Easter egg hunt for kids 12 and under. It is free. HEB has a hands-on activity booth, and there will be so much more, again, free and community-wide event. So get out there, have some fun. Don't forget to tag us in your photos at the Coastal Current on Facebook and Instagram. Have fun and be safe out there.
Did you know that in middle-income communities, there are about 13 books for every child?
But in some underserved communities,
there's only one book for every 300 children.
Studies show that having lots of books at home is one of the best ways to help a child succeed in school and beyond.
That's why the Scripps Howard Fund started the If You Give a Child a Book campaign to give books to children who need them most, like me.
So please, if you could give a child a book today,
just scan the QR code.
We would be so grateful.
Beat the traffic. Stay ahead of delays, plan smarter, and get where you're going faster with real-time traffic cameras on Chris 6 News or on ChrisTV.com. Sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Hi, it's attorney Robert Heil with the Heil Law Firm. You've probably heard about us by now because we've been winning your car wreck cases, trucking accidents, and consistently giving you the best results. That's because we've been doing things right here at the Heil Law Firm. We provide the best possible customer service, access to the best healthcare providers, and the best possible outcomes on your case. That's why we've continuously won Caller Time's Best of the Best as your top law firm. Most importantly, we give back a part of every case we win to make our community better. At the Heil Law Firm, we're battling for justice and winning for the community.
This is the Coastal Current, presented by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Coastal Current, and we're always looking for new exciting things to do here in the Coastal Bend. And if you haven't heard already, there's some pretty big entertainment news coming to Corpus. Something exciting for families, visitors, anybody who needs to throw a little pachanga for someone. Cinemark Theater is expanding with a brand new Gamescape Family Entertainment Center planned right here in our area. It's going to be about 50,000 square feet large, and it's going to be right next to the existing Century 16 XD and IMAX, which I'm wondering if it's that empty field or if they're going to break into the parking lot a little bit. I'm excited to see how that looks when you're driving down SPID. Now, this is going to be a large-scale entertainment hub right along SPID, so again, excited for that. Construction is beginning very soon, and it is said to be done by December 2026, so we may be spending, maybe our Christmas party can be there, right?
Yes, we should definitely have our Christmas party there. But I'm very excited for this. With Hurricane Alley closing, this just gives us a new venue, a new place for us to spend family time. What makes this even more exciting is that this won't just be an extension of the theater. It will actually be the first standalone Gamescape location in Texas, designed as a full entertainment destination. The venue is expected to include 18 bowling lanes, a laser tag arena, and more than 12,000 square feet of arcade games. There will be a virtual reality attractions, climbing ropes, course, and a pixel gaming experience, making it an ideal spot for parties, events, and family outings.
Yeah, it sounds pretty intense. Like, I don't even know if Corpus is ready for this much fun, but what I will say way is some people are like, nobody even goes to what we have already. Have you ever tried to go bowling on a Friday or Saturday night? The wait is like 4 hours long. We want to do these fun things, so let's leave the negativity aside and just be excited that we have more places like this. I know as a parent, I'm looking for more places where my children can be begging and looking forward to a visit there, and then my husband and I can still have a good time and honestly play the games with them.
Well, you can also watch a movie. So you can do bowling and then go watch a movie, or watch movie first and then go, go have your fun.
A whole day event or a whole weekend just at one venue, which is exciting.
And this also attracts tourism. So, this allows the tourists that stay on the island or in Port A to come to this venue and have some family time. It's all for the greater good of Corpus Christi.
And honestly, you mentioned that kind of right in the middle too, right? From the island and downtown, so wherever you live, it's really not that far of a drive, and it's really right off the freeway. So it's neat because it's going to be connected by like a pedestrian walkway, which is making it very convenient, very accessible. So very, very exciting there. Now, speaking of movies, what are we going to watch at Cinemark or your preferred theater? Hollywood has a pretty exciting lineup coming our way. We've mentioned a couple of these movies before, but they're coming soon to theaters. So let's start with Project Hail Mary. This one has my attention. It's hitting theaters on March 20th, and the film stars Ryan Gosling, and he's an astronaut who wakes up alone on a spacecraft with no memory of who he is or how he got there. His memory slowly begins to return, and he discovers that he's actually on a mission to save Earth from a cosmic event that could push the planet into a new ice age. The film is based on the best-selling novel by Andy Weir and promises high-stakes storytelling with a lot of suspense. Anything involving outer space, sci-fi stuff, I'm actually really into right now. And the irony is that sometimes these movies happen and years later we're like, oh my gosh, this is happening in real life. So pay attention.
Hollywood is always like a decade ahead. So then on April 1st, things take more of a nostalgic turn with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nintendo is bringing one of its most beloved characters back for a brand new space-themed adventure. Audiences can expect colorful worlds, humor, and a fun storyline that appeals to both longtime fans and families.
Absolutely. I love Nintendo. I actually bought like this little Nintendo that has all the OG games.
Really?
So I was like Donkey Kong, all the Mario Kart games. So this is, again, another great way for parents and children to bond. I appreciate that this generation, or where we are as a culture, is breeding like the nostalgia for our generation and the excitement of what our kids love, and finding ways for us to enjoy those together. I think that's really exciting. And the Mario movies are always a hit. Now this next one is huge. A biopic about Michael Jackson is on the way, starring his real-life nephew Jafar Jackson in the lead role, which is interesting. The film will explore his rise to global stardom, along with the personal challenges that came with it. It's also going to be featuring performances from Nia Long and Coleman Domingo. It's expected to be a major music moment for fans, obviously, and I think that's one that I'll have to see. I don't know that I know enough about MJ from when he was,
I just hope they do him good. I feel like he just left us.
He got a bad rap.
He did, but all this all the
stuff coming out on the news. I see what you're saying, because they kind of like opened our eyes and made us realize we might have been a little too harsh on him. Maybe he was on the good side of it all, right?
I was very little, so I was never harsh on him.
Yes. We knew better.
But last but not least, on May 1st, fashion and film fans will get a major reunion with The Devil Wears Prada 2. Nearly 20 years after the original became a cultural phenomenon. The story continues as the original cast returns to the high-stakes world of fashion, where ambition, power, and style collide. I'm so excited for that movie.
I am too. I actually, out of boredom, and coincidentally, I don't think I knew this was coming out just yet, watched the other Devil Wears Prada, the old one, and I'm obsessed. I just love the story. I love the actors in it. This is so good, and I love that the original cast is coming back.
Yes,
you can't go wrong with that. So lots of great ones and plenty more to talk about, but we're going to stop there because we want to move on to Hollywood's biggest night. Took place just recently at the 98th Academy Awards, also known as the Oscars. Why do all these award shows have like 2 or 3 different names? It's confusing.
I don't know.
Conan O'Brien was the host. Love him. Hilarious. He always does a great job at that. And one of the night's biggest winners was One Battle After Another, which took home Best Picture along with several other major awards.
Yes, in the acting categories, Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor for his role in Sinners, while Jessie Buckley earned Best Actress for her performance in Hamnet. I have not seen that yet, but I have to watch it. In the supporting categories, Sean Penn won Best Supporting Actor for One Battle After Another, and Amy Madigan took home Best Supporting Actress for Weapons.
I have to admit that between this and the SAG Awards, or whichever one was a few weeks ago, half of these actors, I'm like, where did they come from? Like, I've never heard their names, I've never seen their faces, so it seems like there are a lot of rising stars in Hollywood right now, and honestly, a lot of movies that I either haven't heard of or I've been sleeping under a rock because I was totally missing these.
I only remember seeing Sinners on theaters, but the rest, so I have a list of what to watch. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, if you're at a loss, that's your list, guys, so make sure you check these out. They're obviously really good, and sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone. I know I get turned off to some if they're like really old-fashioned or like these grayscale war movies. My husband loves those, and I'm like, too much gray. I need color, I need, you know, humor and all those things, but sometimes you got to put that aside just for the sake of experiencing a really good quality movie. So with that said, from the major wins to the memorable moments, the Academy Awards once again delivered a fantastic night. I love looking at the fashion. I love just seeing my favorite celebrities in their element and seeing how they interact. Like some of them, you know, you assume that they all like hang out. Like they have this high school of celebrities that just all see each other every day, but they still get starstruck with each other. It's just really neat to see those interactions. Now, before we take a break, we do have some exciting news. Our very own locally born celebrity, Pepe Serna, my tío, is going to be visiting Corpus Christi, and he has a very special message for us. Let's take a look.
Hello, Corpus Christi. This is Pepe Serna. You might have seen me in movies like Scarface, American Me, Car Wash. Anyway, there's 125 of them. And I was born and raised in Corpus. And here I am in my backyard just showing off my pool and doing a around the world tour for you here. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet at hopefully at the mall. I'm going to be doing podcast and a podcast there at the Boys and Girls Club that I was one of the original members of in 1958, and just coming to see the Rotary Club and the Logan podcast, and going off to Kingsville to do the San Gertrudis High School. It's going to be a blast to see everybody, so come on out and stay tuned to the Clarissa's post to see where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be. And like I said, I have my memoir, and it tells you the whole story of me starting off there in Corpus Christi, performing since I was 3 years old, and now I'm 81, so that's 78-year history, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up. Let's take a picture. Okay, come on down and get a book too while you're at it. And my documentary, if you want to see it before I get there, it's on Amazon Prime, Apple, and it's Pepe Serna, Life is Art. If you want to go to my website, pepeserna.net. See you there, or be square.
We are so excited to welcome Pepe to the Coastal Bend. I know, Clarissa, you're excited to spend some family time. That is so cool that Pepe Serna is your uncle. That's like, I would be bragging about that every day.
I always do.
But you do, you really do. Don't go anywhere. We're talking sports when we return.
Beat the traffic. Stay ahead of delays, plan smarter, and get where you're going faster with real-time traffic cameras on Chris 6 News or on ChrisTV.com. Sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Hi, it's attorney Robert Heil with the Heil Law Firm. You've probably heard about us by now because we've been winning your car wreck cases, trucking accidents, and consistently giving you the best results. That's because we've been doing things right here at the Heil Law Firm. We provide the best possible customer service, access to the best healthcare providers, and the best possible outcomes on your case. That's why we've continuously won Caller Time's Best of the Best as your top law firm. Most importantly, we give back a part of every case we win to make our community better. At the Heil Law Firm, we're battling for justice and winning for the community.
Did you know that in middle-income communities there are about 13 books for every child?
But in some underserved communities,
There's only one book for every 300 children.
Studies show that having lots of books at home is one of the best ways to help a child succeed in school and beyond.
that's why the Scripps Howard Fund started the If You Give a Child a Book campaign to give books to children who need them most, like me.
So please, if you could give a child a book today,
Just scan the QR code.
We would be so grateful.
This is the Coastal Current, presented by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Coastal Current. Now it's time to get into sports. We're in a great shift right now, but we are right smack in the middle of the NCAA March Madness. The tournament is already delivering the kind of excitement fans wait for all year. The first rounds have brought major upsets, and as always, powerhouse programs like the Duke Blue Devils and the Kansas Jayhawks are a few of the teams that you want to watch. But what really makes March Madness special is the unpredictability. Those lower-seeded teams that come in and completely shake up the bracket, right? So with the Sweet 16 around the corner, this is where the competition really thickens up. And if your bracket is still intact at this point, you're definitely ahead of the game. So best of luck to those of you who get really, really into March Madness. I hope your team wins.
And beyond college basketball, the NBA is heating up as teams continue their push toward the playoffs. As the regular season starts to wind down, every single game carries more weight and teams are fighting hard to secure their spots. For Texas fans, both the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets are working to stay competitive in the Western Conference. This is the time of the year where you start to see playoff-level intensity night after night with big performances and high-stakes matchups.
Thank you, Sharon. And now that the World Baseball Classic is complete, we're all anticipating the Major League Baseball opening day right around the corner at the end of March. This officially signals the start of a new season. The Houston Astros are once again looking to make a strong run, and fans are already gearing up for another exciting year of baseball. We actually had a chance to talk to the one and only Jeff Bagwell for a little bit of insight on how he anticipates this year going for our favorite baseball teams.
We've really addressed our pitching. I'm excited about our pitching staff. We have almost 9-10 starters that could possibly be used this year if needed. And as you saw last year, we're going to need as many people as we can because there's so many injuries in the game. I think we have a chance to play some young kids in the outfield. They're going to do some things that we haven't done in the past, which is steal bases. You get these guys hitting 8th and 9th in the lineup, 7th, 8th, and 9th that can steal bases, and then all of a sudden roll the lineup around. And you got Pena who can run. You got Altuve. You got Jordan if Jordan is healthy, I promise you we're going to be good. I've already seen some of our young kids. I just got back from Florida seeing our young kids. So organization's starting to come around. I look for some really good things this year. I really do. I think we're going to be a lot better than people think. And people should know by now you should never count out the Houston Astros.
And while you're keeping up with everything happening nationally, don't forget to support our local teams right here in Corpus Christi. Catch a game with the Corpus Christi Ice Race or show your support for Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We also encourage you to support the Corpus Christi Community Center that's having their Champions for Charity Celebrity Spar. Here's a sneak peek.
Did you know that in middle-income communities there are about 13 books for every child?
But in some underserved communities,
There's only one book for every 300 children.
Studies show that having lots of books at home is one of the best ways to help a child succeed in school and beyond.
that's why the Scripps Howard Fund started the If You Give a Child a Book campaign to give books to children who need them most, like me.
So please, if you could give a child a book today,
Just scan the QR code.
We would be so grateful.
Beat the traffic. Stay ahead of delays, plan smarter, and get where you're going faster with real-time traffic cameras on Chris 6 News or on ChrisTV.com. Sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Hi, it's attorney Robert Heil with the Heil Law Firm. You probably heard about us by now because we've been winning your car wreck cases, trucking accidents, and consistently giving you the best results. That's because we've been doing things right here at the Heil Law Firm. We provide the best possible customer service, access to the best healthcare providers, and the best possible outcomes on your case. That's why we've continuously won Caller Times Best of the Best as your top law firm. Most importantly, we give back a part of every case we win to make our community better. At the Heil Law Firm, we're battling for justice and winning for the community.
This is the Coastal Current, presented by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Welcome back. We love highlighting organizations that support growth and giving back in the community. Today we have the young professionals of the Coastal Bend here to talk about what they do and invite you to participate in their upcoming CC 40 Under 40 nominations.
My name is Lucy Nix, and I am the current president of the Young Professionals of the Coastal Bend. It was formerly called the Young Business Professionals, as you may have known. We're super excited to talk about our membership, how to get involved, and more. I'm excited to be here with Alyssa Ramirez, our president-elect. So Young Professionals of the Coastal Bend is a organization, a nonprofit, where you can join, network with other fellow young professionals like-minded. We have volunteer opportunities. We have exciting panels with leadership from Corpus Christi and the surrounding areas. And Alyssa will go into more of how to join YP.
So joining Young Professionals of the Coastal Bend, or YPCB for short, is a pretty easy process. We have a $50 membership fee that's good for a whole year that you are involved with the organization. We put on monthly networking mixers, pickleball events, coffee chats, opportunities to volunteer throughout the community. Just a good way for you to get involved and also give back.
And so we also have upcoming on August 7th our Corpus Christi Under 40 brunch celebration. Corpus Christi Under 40, or CC Under 40, was formed by Rosara Bailey and Eliza Fogel in 2006. So we're actually really excited to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the event. It's an exciting celebration that honors and celebrates individuals that are under 40 years of age that have made a great impact in the community through their volunteering, through service leadership, through their professional achievements and accolades. So we have a nomination process that is open through May 11th. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate your colleagues. The only requirement is that they must be under 40 and have not received the award in the past.
The application is pretty easy, painless. Just want to showcase what you are doing in the Coastal Bend. So you can have a friend or colleague nominate you. You can also nominate yourself. It's a great distinguishment. Lucy and I also received the honoree in 2024, so that's something that we like to share and put in our email signatures, but it's a great opportunity for you to showcase yourself and what you're doing in the Coastal Bend.
So please follow us on our social media. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have our LinkedIn. We can do all our updates there that you can follow and make sure to attend, and we're excited to see you hopefully at one of our future events.
We're so grateful for this special visit, and of course, if you're interested in more information, visit the website for details. You could be one of the future nominees and honorees as well. Now, whether you're exploring the coast, trying a new outdoor activity, catching a game, or just soaking up the sun, there's no better time to get outside and enjoy everything the Coastal Bend has to offer.
Yes, and like Clarissa said, we want to hear from you. Tag us on social media with your Corpus Christi adventures and also with your positive stories. You might be featured in our upcoming episode.
Ooh, who wants to be on TV?
Yes.
Thank you all so much for watching. This is the most beautiful time of the year, so get out there and enjoy all the beauty of the Coastal Bend. Thank you for watching the Coastal Current, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
This is the Coastal Current, presented by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.